today. Netflix is the other big story in the pre-market. Weak guidance for the first quarter. A streaming service did beat on both the top and the bottom lines. Reed Hastings had a lot to say on the conference call.
Disney is going to be a global service, quite quickly. And there are many other global services. Remember that we compete a lot for time with YouTube. And it's not dollars because that's ad supported. But, we compete very broadly for viewing. And as Spence mentioned, our viewing on a per member basis is up. And that's because our content's getting better. Our service is getting better.
Changing the way they measure viewership is a big story. The other is pushing back hard on ad-supported, saying there's no easy money there.
I love the call. I love it. Why?
Yeah, why?
Because clarity of vision. The notion that, look, ad money is, everyone thinks it's falling from trees. It's going to Facebook. It's going to Alphabet. It's going to Amazon. And then there's this, moment where they just say, you know what, we're really tired of hearing about the competition. We went from broadcast to cable, and no one thinks about broadcast. Now we're going to over the top, this, and no one's going to think about cable. And that's their thesis. Not that great for us.
That their competitor is that, and not Disney Plus and not some of the other services.
Yes.
I do think it's interesting. Man. I mean, domestically, the growth days are over. They did have actual Plus subs. Last quarter it was not, but around the globe, I mean, it's interesting listening to him cite Disney. Yeah, they're going to compete globally with Disney, the other eventually, but that's slow. Sort of I don't want to say slow, but that's going to move at a not as fast a pace and not be a significant competitor as it is domestically already. And as HBO Max conceivably will be, or as certainly Amazon already is, or even our own ad-supported Peacock will be. Those are domestic services. At first, certainly.
Right.
And so these guys have the globe kind of to themselves, and they're doing extraordinarily well there.
In the call, Reed, at one point, Reed says, okay, look, here's the edge. Artificial intelligence. We know what you want. No, we're not going to sell you things. We're not going to sell your name and what you like.
Right.
But their advantage is knowing what you like. And that's going to mean that they can steer content and get it right. I love the call.
Are you unnerved by, you used to have to watch 70% of an episode to get a view. Now it's 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yeah, that's. I thought that
things when you
that was not
stop on it, isn't that?
I think autoplay does not count.
Autoplay doesn't count.
All right, so look. I mean, Witcher. Okay.
I never
Hernandez.
heard of Witcher until I read about it.
Well, okay, so I immediately text everybody I know who said, have you ever heard this Witcher? And they're like, the text come back is like, you moron or like idiot. And I'm Jimmy Chill now, so I don't really tolerate that. But it is incredible. I mean, there's these things. I'm going to give you one. I once told them 6 years ago that I'm interested in any movie that has to do with the Russians. God, this was a test for Reed. Russians taking Berlin in 1944. Do you know that they pushed me last night? T-34, a movie about the Russians taking Berlin. They pushed it to me. It was at the top of my queue. Now that's genius. Do you think Disney has that? Do you think Peacock has that? Do you think anybody has that? Do you think you're the one that you slayed, Viacom has that? No. T-34. I knew it, so I got to buy this stuff.
The algos don't forget.
They don't. I mean, the algos are brilliant. We're idiots. Algos are brilliant.
The Peacock interface was interesting and will be an interesting one to see. I think it's interesting as well.
Well, you got it for free. I mean, how can you beat that?
It is free. It is going to largely
be
free.
Price.
That's what they're counting on. And our parent company sees YouTube as the bigger competitor, which is interesting. He noted that, too.
Yes, he did.
Things, as opposed to Netflix or Amazon from the Peacock perspective.
Remember, they have Spence and Spencer on that call. You often get confused. Spencer Newman
is the CFO.
And they cut. I mean, sometimes they interrupt and they cut. It looks like a snuff film.
And then you got Sarandos.
That was
runs
funny.
Content. That was.
Sarandos is very good.
Yeah. Well, $17 billion will help.
It's
whatever the number is.
But it's just it's mind-blowing. I'm listening. I'm saying, God, every one of these guys is smarter than I am. Even the camera. I mean, you feel dumb when you're finished that. Like, okay, I'm an idiot.
Really? So you really like Netflix here?
No, it's not great. It's not bad.